everybody. My name is Dr. Kaffy, and right now you are going to be joining me on an experience on exclusive on Keep TV. I'll be riding with the new Afrobeat sensation, Oduwa. Let's go. So, how did I meet Oduwa? We discovered ourselves on the same plane to Lagos from Atlanta. That was in December 2023. And we actually got talking. Had nothing to do with music initially. It was just the vibing of two people that were like minds in terms of philosophy, life, goals. So many things were aligning. I was like, this is the kind of person that I would like to be my friend. So that was basically what it was. And apparently, sometime during the course of the flight, we started talking about ventures and music and entertainment. And that's when I knew that I was into music and I was interested. I was like, okay, who are you talking to? Because we've been seeing a lot of Africans in diaspora coming back home, going into different ventures. And one of the major ones is entertainment. So I was really, really interested to be sure that whoever is talking to in Nigeria were people that were solid. Because I don't want us to be misrepresented, because I've got a lot of friends or colleagues who have had people that have been duped, or Nigeria has just been wrongfully represented. So I would always be sure that this person would get sense like this, where his mind is on the right track. Hopefully that somebody was talking the right things to him. I would just be in that protective mood. I'm a patriotic Nigerian. So I wanted to be sure that he was with the right set of people. And that's when I knew that he was into music and he wanted to promote himself. So basically it was on that flight that we met, yeah.
Meeting Dr. Kaffy was an experience because it was very raw, it was very natural in the communication and just alignment. It was just cool to see someone who has, by the way, I didn't know who Dr. Kaffy was on that flight as she was sitting next to me. We literally had a simple conversation to begin with, and then that quickly became a 4-hour conversation that spanned different topics from religion to spirituality to business to life to all of that. And it happened at such a short period of time that music and anything else that we did was like secondary to that initial meeting. And it was great. It was great. She was an example of excellence. She had that patriotic spirit to make sure that I wasn't being ripped off. But overall, it was an amazing experience. To be honest, initially it was the energy, because I didn't have a whole lot of information about her prior. Like I said, I didn't know who Dr. Kaffy was. But in the course of our getting to know each other, she was helping me with just creating a certain level of awareness, but also just how to navigate this industry, this music industry. This is something that she knows, and she's been around for decades, and she's helped a lot of key celebrities that we all know and see on TV. So it was very easy to follow her lead and yield to her advice. And so far, it's really been amazing.
Yeah, and for me, it wasn't about the music, because I was done trying to help any artist from a talent perspective. You know, from my own experience, we've been burnt. So right now, if I want to collaborate or engage anybody, I look at it from attitude towards stuff. So from the engagement I had with him prior, I think that set the premise to why I think I could work with him. It was that foundational conversation of where his mind and headspace was, because this music industry is not for the faint-hearted, and everybody wants different things. Some people, the quest for fame overshadows the process for some people. So I didn't want to really mess with anybody on that note. But because of that foundational conversation, it gave me an insight that, okay, this guy might be somebody that is worthy of helping into this industry. And from one small advice to the other, before you know it, it started becoming, it sent me a sound. I was like, this is good. I think this should work. And before I knew it, I was like, you know what? I have a couple of opportunities this December. Can you be on this show? Can you rehearse? Can you be? And I was just doing what I knew how to do just to encourage him. And he didn't have a very good experience anyway with the people that he connected with. And I wanted to erase that we all for Nigerian will be like that too. So because one person do you bad doesn't mean that we are like that. So that was my own initial. I didn't know we were going to get this far. It was just that moment. Let me see what I feel do. Meet somebody good. Let that person have impact in you, and whatever God does with that, that's it. And that was what really created that first synergy, really.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful relationship with the P-Square brothers. Particularly with Peter, is the godfather of my kids. So we are family outside business. And you know, their business, everybody knows about the P-Square story, that they've been trying to get themselves together. What should I be doing in the middle of that space? Waiting for them to blow so I reblow? I have my own life to live, and I think that I have served my purpose in the course of the journey of their career span. And if I'm needed again, I'm there. But as a friend, as a human being, I'm very much involved with at least a part of that family that is, and every part of the family, like the wives, the kids, we're all together. But I'm closer to Peter than, you know, any other person in that clan. So there's still all love between us. Nothing. I don't know any other, except you are telling me something I don't know. You want to tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, so the part that led to the conversation that we're talking about with my experience of dealing with industry people, it was, I met somebody who I thought was honest, who I thought was sincere, who I thought was doing the right thing to help new artists. And I met with them, and they told me what they require in order for them to help me, you know, promote my music, essentially. And I made all the necessary payments that they requested, only for them to practically ghost me. And I was coming to Nigeria in December with a lot of anger, with a lot of, you know, resentment towards that person, because this was someone who I trusted. Because they told me they wanted to help upcoming artists, and they were this and they were that. They had traveled before, so I was quick to trust them because I thought they had the experiences. I thought they had, you know, they've traveled, so they know how to do business. So I could trust them, and I did, and I got burned for it. So I was sharing that experience with Dr. Kaffy, and she single-handedly took it upon herself to prove me wrong, in that all Nigerians were not like that in the industry.
And I told you to count his blessings. That
yes.
Sometimes if people don't do wrong to you, you can't value the ones that are ready to do right by you.
Yes.
So I just felt God had a way of balancing things, and I feel that this alignment was God, because at the end of the day, I was not even in that headspace to want to do anything artist-wise. I had my own project to help groom upcoming artists, because I'm trying to redefine the process of quality artistic services. And I believe very, very well that not everybody will blow, they get money, and everybody will get money, they blow. So with that perspective in mind, if artists go through the same process we go through when we go to school for the things that we believe in, for the things that there's a process, and that process can yield dividends. If artists can be educated on the fact that they can be independent, they can have their own platforms online and whatever, own their music, own their rights. We don't need anybody to be a shark on them, you understand? And all they need is people that can manage, strategize, do a lot of digital, understanding of digital and social communication skills, brand communication skills, you know, as well as artistic and creative skills. If you can put that together in the structure, artists can continue to be churned out just the same way you take people to university, and they can actually survive. I know a young guy, literally, that put his music on all those normal streaming platforms. He's earning close to $2,000-$3,000 monthly, and he's fine. So everybody doesn't have to be a Davido. In fact, some people don't want to be a Davido. They just want to eat, sleep, wake up, and be able to afford basic life needs through their craft. So he just gave me a perfect opportunity to now say, okay, see this project that I've been working on, I now have a live challenge, a candidate that I can use to prove this process, that if you have a blueprint, you can use on many people except you are fake.
No, it's a lot of those, because it's interesting. We co-own a label, so I'm not just an artist, I'm also a CEO. So it's a very interesting dynamic, but being with and working with Dr. Kaffy, it's a lot of those. You're a student, you're also a teacher, you're also, you know, the faculty member, you're also the prefect, so it's really a lot in one. But all of those has really helped in rapid growth and rapid increase in knowledge and wisdom in the business, and also in just performing. I watched her perform. I've adopted some of her ways, and I'm looking to continue to grow in that.
Incomparable, because I don't compare my artists. I've worked with all our A-list artists and I don't put them aside each other. Everybody's different in their expression. What I look out for is star quality. For me, star quality is not fame quality. Star quality is dedication, determination, drive, and are you true to what you say you are doing? You understand? I'm not going to judge who you are and how you are. What I will judge is your character. You understand? When I say get up, are you up? Are you ready to work? Not be monkey they walk, baboon they chop. Can you defend what it is that you say you are, or are you in it fake so that it can just create an avenue for you to make quick money and pull out? Do you understand what I'm saying? So character for me is number one, and those are the things I can say. People that have helped to be great or have been on the journey of greatness which possess those same qualities. P-Square possess that quality. They are dogged, they are dedicated, they are determined, they are hardworking. We saw the products that they produce. Those are the characters that make me work with P-Square. Flavor is like that. So if I want to relate, to make it comparing with people, I will compare the characters that are in great men that I've seen done well in the industry and say he possesses that kind of character. And character and attitude beats talent. If you like, just know one note in the music tonic sofa. If you are very, very committed to what you are doing, you will still pull it off. When I say I just compared. What are the qualities in Flavor that I see that makes me work with Flavor? Is dedication, commitment to his craft. Look, feel, everything. Flavor is concerned about it all. Band rehearsals, process, Flavor is concerned about it all. Same thing with P-Square. They are concerned about how do we get this thing right? How do we rehearse? We're not going to wait for a show before we rehearse. Those are characters that you need if you want to develop anything in life. Oduwa possesses those characters, and that's what I'm talking about. Any other character outside that, I'm not the judge of his life. I'm talking about character required to get work done.
Lessons or the qualities that I've seen in Dr. Kaffy that I admire and aspire to also develop in my own self is the fact that as big as she is, the humility that she has. We've been to a lot of different places, from really posh to not so posh. And in all of those spaces, the reception is always the same. People revere her. They love her. They show her all the respect that they can. And for someone as big as her, to still be that grounded and accepting of a lot of different people is very key for me. So that's one of the things. Another thing is her attention to detail. She's someone who doesn't cut corners. She's very particular in excellence, and she works very hard to make sure that when she's working or she's doing whatever it is, it's always done to the best of her ability. And that is something that I admire, and I'm sure it's something a lot of Nigerians and the world admires. So those are the two things right now that I could say. I mean, I could say more, but let's leave that for right now.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Celebrities using negative news to drive traffic. Yeah, in the world of PR, they'll say all news not news. But in the world of reality, the world that I live in, all news don't be news. I don't thrive on negative or low vibrational energy. That is the cheap energy to go to. You don't want to do the work, the groundwork. And when you build a house on sand, it's gonna break. Like I told you before, I said, fame is a slippery slope. Not every great man is famous, and not every famous man is great. So the quality of greatness you aspire, I think, is individualistic. It's basically what you want. I'm not going to judge anybody for feeling like they want to go on a particular ride or high to get to a particular mountain, and they don't care how long they are there for, as long as people see them there. That's some people's approach. May I just blow first? It's some people's approach. My approach for him, to also keep him grounded, is to understand the process and the pain, not because I want to put him through pain, but at least to understand the details of the journey, so that if he's going to replay that journey or he starts to go on that journey by himself, he's equipped for it. It's slave mentality to want to quickly microwave, do like this, abracadabra, and throw somebody somewhere that by the time they get there, when they look back, they don't even know how they got there. So if something happens to them, how do they keep themselves grounded? How do they plan to get to the next level. I think it's not, I would not advise it for anybody. And anybody that decides to go that route, like I said, it's an act of desperation. As far as I'm concerned,
it's like you said, it's a slippery slope, right? And it's a double-edged sword in that when you get to this place really fast, right, without really understanding the process, first, it's hard for you to walk somebody through that process, right? And second, once you get there, and maybe things are not really, what you thought it was, because you never really understood where you were going. You just wanted to get there because you see a lot of people on television are there, right? You don't know what it takes. So when you get there unannounced, essentially because you just showed up, now you're at shock. And what also happens is the post of that same scenario. So after your scandal has kind of subsided, now you're back to nobody. Right? Unless you want to do another scandal, then you just become... And,
to go without saying, there are some scenarios in life that you did not plan, and it's negative situations. And somehow God gives you an opportunity to overturn that. We've seen that. We've seen some people in bad, scandalous situations. They didn't plan it. It occurred. Maybe people on the other side of them, people that didn't like them, revealed their secrets, or they got themselves in a fight that they weren't expecting. Something not staged, but negative, that became popular, could actually turn around to be good for the person. And that's because the person has something good going on. You cannot remove that element of truthful process at the end of the day. So that's my take on that, really.
Yeah. Yes, I do see myself shutting down arenas, performing at arenas all over the world, all over the country. Absolutely. It's something that I've found a lot of joy doing. And I'm excited for the future. In terms of current projects, we have a few in the works. We just dropped my latest single. It's called Sakba. It's all over it's going crazy right now, and I'm encouraging everyone to go and stream and support. It's on all streaming platforms. So before that, obviously, it was my Made for Love EP, which did fantastic and is still doing really well. We just dropped a nice visual for Ololufe, which is one of the songs in the EP. So Sakwa is out now. The next project, you see when it comes out. But I'm very excited. There's a lot that we're doing, even outside of music. I am an entrepreneur. So music is not all I do. And Dr. Kaffy and I would co-own our label. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and we're spearheading a lot of initiatives. So it's a lot, but we're excited to for the future. Absolutely.
Advice for him that I've not given him before. Okay, I'll come to that because I'm giving everything I got. And there are some advice that don't occur until certain scenarios occur. So life is like an onion. For different phases, there are different wisdom that you require. So I can't preempt a scenario until it is in that space. But generally, I will say first to the people out there that any path that you've decided to take, study it, understand it. Look at for people who had gone before or people who have failed in it. People always look for the successful people in every part. They forget the ones that fail. The ones that fail have more information than the ones that succeeded, because a lot of people that succeeded hide a lot of information about their failure. So look at the ones that fail so that you know the areas that you do not want to pass through again. Also, for those that are successful, look at those that have memoirs, books, write-ups, articles, that they are ready to share their journey, and don't just focus on the successful part. Look at the process behind them. It's very vital for you to do that. And lastly, for Oduwa, which advice would I want to give you right now that I've not given you before? Live on TV, I think all I can say, I've said everything I needed to say for his faith, but for the sake of TV, I'll say, Oduwa, no matter how high, stay grounded. No matter how high, heights will come and lows will come. When the highs come, stay grounded. When the lows come, stay grounded. It's all working for your good at the end of the day. That's
absolutely.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Kaffy.
I am Oduwa.
And you just watched our exclusive on
Hip TV.
Yeah.